Yes, I know. My hair. My beautiful long hair. All missing. So Winter's shed. I, uh, let me just state this first. I said I was gonna do it. In my game video and I made a shirt stating I was gonna make one. I'm officially making those to get this series out to more people. Cause well, obviously, like I said, interactive, but I like to see what. Yes, also it's brighter because the lamp that I. It's just a lamp that I put up against Winter's cage because it doesn't light up this whole room, like, at all. Also, spiky. And sorry if this video does not come out at 9. Guarantee it still be out at like 9:30. But yeah, I was playing this. I forgot about it. But obviously, you know what this is, Cryptid time. Let me grab the. You know what? Never mind. Let me wait. Actually, no. Yeah, let me grab the shed real quick. So, oop. This always happens with my thing. I'm just, if you can't tell, I'm trying to make these not as long as possible, but longer videos, because obviously, yeah. But it's mostly because my ADHD can't. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Seriously? Winters, you couldn't get the stuck shed? That's his tail. So it looks like a rattlesnake, but it's not. Trust me. If it if it if he was, I would be dead already. Because I've been bitten by him multiple times, obviously. But yeah. That's his tail. Now it should be longer. But it just abruptly ends, and there's a little hole that I can see where I'm gonna have to soak him. But yeah, perfect shed. I'll put this in my book after this. But yeah, anyways. Let me bring y'all closer now. That way I don't have to. Should probably set these back up here. So the giant snake, freaking like that big right now. Anyways, this. The reason why I don't like. Yeah, so. Also, flashback to these episodes. But like, the reason why I don't do this is because, as you can see from like this, most of it's just writing. There's barely any. Ooh, I've revealed woodpecker. I believe they. I'll talk more on this one, but I believe they recently discovered a live species. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk recently, but this one's My my bookmark broke. Okay, Sasquatch. Sasquatch. I prefer saying Sasquatch anyhow, and it's literally Sasquatch. But I'll do Bigfoot because that's how you get more clicks. Bigfoot. This is what it's dedicated to. It's a Bigfoot episode. And Spirit's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I should have my glasses on to read this, but we'd have like a 2-hour long video of me unfogging my glasses. So yeah, that's why I don't use my glasses. But let's see. The Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, is perhaps the most famous cryptid in all of North America. As the largest non-human ape native to the continent, Sasquatch is unmistakable. It walks on its hind legs and on all fours. Yes, I know, Spirit. Bigfoot walks on all fours sometimes. Those sightings are very rare, but I think the reason why they're doing that is, well, four limbs are better than 2 sometimes. Not to mention you get around quicker. I think it's also because juveniles. But let me just loosen this up some. Because Jesus giving me like a weird headache. Okay, and it is between 6 and 9 feet tall. Are we sure it's not just Shaquille O'Neal? I mean, that dude makes this look like this. Again, this looks like this in Shaquille O'Neal's hands. But I think he's 7 foot or something like that. 7'1". and apparently still not as tall or muscular as a Bigfoot. Granted, nobody can. Bigfoot is literally like a giant monkey man running around the woods, is super quick, can break tree limbs, pick up rocks. I think Bigfoot uses steroids. Anyways, the creature's shoulders and waist are wider than those of a human. Well, yeah, if we were 8 to 9 feet tall, our shoulders would be taller than a 6-foot man or woman. But anyways, and the body is bulkier. I thought it said builder for a second. Bulkier overall. The Sasquatch is covered in medium-length fur. Sometimes they say short, but I think Bigfoot sheds. Like, it can be long, one, or medium, actually, technically. Because wouldn't this be, I guess, deemed medium? How my hair is? Or how a spirit's or a dog's is? Or would that be a bear? Like, medium length? I don't know. Or hair, usually a dark brown, but sometimes closer to black or to red. Or white. Albino, Pennsylvania's albino Bigfoot. Look it up. the footage doesn't give you the best look at the creature, but pause it at the right time and you have an awesome look at the face and all of that. I don't know what it would be. Anyways, the arms are longer in proportion to its height. What's that supposed to mean? Is it kind of like how our arms are, where like our arms reach our past like our hips, so it goes to our like thighs? Is that what it means? I don't know. Or is it just like they're half the body, half the length of the body? Yeah, half the length of the body. So I don't know. How quick is it? Oh Jesus, this is fun. Oh. Than those of a human, and the Sasquatch hangs them low as it walks with hunched shoulders. So like this, or like this. What's this? I don't know. What's that supposed to mean? And a distinctive bent knee gait. Oh. I don't know what that means. No, I'm joking. I'm not that stupid. Well, maybe. This is coming from someone who used to eat crayons, lick markers, sniff paint. Don't ask me why. And eat Play-Doh, and then occasionally eat plastics. I mean, I haven't done it recently, but... Oh, and then also once mistaken dried dog poop as a rock, and for some reason shoved it in my mouth. Again, that wasn't recently. But I am wearing an American flag bandana. So, yeah. Considering how our school education is, yeah, Americans are dumber than the rest of the world, most likely. Which also means I don't know what the frick arms longer in proportion to its height means. Even though it's probably very simple to understand. And then a bent knee, I believe it's just like how they walk, like a bent knee gait. That's how they walk. So yeah. Anyways, often seen eating fish or clams. Ooh. Not a lot of. Do they eat catfish with some little Cajun powder and deep fried, or is it just raw sushi? Ugh. That's one seafood I don't like to eat that much unless it's made right. Because Cracker Barrel lemon pepper salmon, I'll eat. Fried catfish, I may eat. Most other fish, I don't know. I haven't tried it, and the fish like fish sticks and all of that I've tried from the store, that's nasty. And, well, from fast food joints, but I don't think that's even fish at all. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh. Okay. This is gonna be a long video. I can already tell. With how I'm feeling. So sorry for the long pauses and all that. Sasquatch is also reported to eat berries and other plants. Observers often notice a pungent body odor type smell. Sasquatch is thought to be predominantly nocturnal. The image of the Sasquatch is known worldwide. It is used to market music festivals, to sell beef jerky. Oh, I know what they're talking about. I love that Bigfoot. You can find funny commercials of that Bigfoot, the Jack Links or whatever. Pizza and skateboards. Okay, music festivals I've never heard of. Pizza, no. Skateboards, no. No, have not heard or seen anything about a Bigfoot on a skateboard. Or skateboard Bigfoot. Skaterfoot! Ooh. Skaterfoot sounds like some sort of infection or fungus problem or disease or whatever you get, or injury you get as when you skateboard or skate. Rollerblade? Would that be it? Yeah, rollerblade. So, yeah. Let's see. Skateboard. Sasquatch has been the star of television shows, and Hollywood movies. Harry and the Hendersons, perfect movie. Let's see. There is even a monster truck. My favorite monster truck, too. Which I don't think they have anymore. Now it's zombie and all that. Gravedigger's still there. Granted, Gravedigger I don't think they'll ever get rid of, because, well, that's the star for, like, Monster Jam. You know, the Monster Jams actually once came to the county fair. Back here. And I believe that was the last time I've seen Bigfoot. Because Bigfoot was there, oh, geez, what was the Dalmatian? Or not Dalmatian, dog? One of those was there, too. I believe El Toro was also there. But, the giant, fire-breathing dragon thing they have, dinosaur, whatever. I think y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all ever seen Monster Jam. That was the end scene, and oh my god, it was awesome. But yeah, anyways. After the beast. Why say beast? The only beast that should be called beasts is from Disney as well as humans. Now, granted, we should be called monsters because that's what we are. And the world's screaming right now. And it's all because of us. Aho. Anyways, let's see. But the most exciting thing about Sasquatch is that there have been literally thousands of documented sightings, the earliest of which come from the native people of the Pacific Northwest. Nearly half of all Sasquatch sightings occur in British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, and California. This is also the area where most of the native stories concerning the Sasquatch come from. To many of these tribes, the Sasquatch is not a cryptid, but an accepted animal. To others, the Sasquatch takes on more mystical or supernatural powers. I don't like that one. Some tribes consider the Sasquatch to be kind and gentle creatures of the mountains, while to others they are malevolent beasts, harming and sometimes kidnapping people who stumble across them. Now, both of those, there's some things that are iffy, but what I think they are obviously wild animals, but I think they're territorial. I think they're smarter than us because they know how big they are, how wide and, well, not wide, but you know what I mean. I think they know their own strength, how big they are, how tall they are as well, and they know that this little 6-foot creature stands no chance, and most likely will go running once you run towards it. So I think it is a possibility that they are both kind and gentle when they want to be, but if you have bad intentions, stuff like that, and they know it, well, you'll be walking out of there, or may not even be walking out of there with a few broken bones. Maybe some poop in your pants. Yeah. So, yeah. These creatures are extremely smart. But I think, like certain people, some of them are just total jerks. Like not even other Bigfoot like them. Because, did I ever tell y'all that, like a year back, during squirrel season, some people in the family and all that, and family friends, went squirrel hunting and they found a footprint. Granted, it didn't look good because it was in leaves. But there was a tree structure. When they took me back to the place, sorry, I got bad hiccups. Okay, I'll carry on now. When they took me back to that place, the tree structure, the trees and all of that, tree limbs and all of that were in between these trees, were destroyed. It didn't look like no bear. It looked like something threw them down, stomped on them, snapped them, just threw them. And then the rocks were perfectly fine there, obviously. I don't think they'd mess up the rocks because they were out of the way. Granted, the creature could have easily forgot about it. But it just makes you wonder. If these creatures are here, and they made a tree structure, and you came in, or came around that area, did you just ruin a tree structure? Sure, even though you never even touched it. Did your scent ruin it? Or, if it was a Bigfoot, did it destroy it because we found it? there's so many questions. Granted, there was another time went out hunting. We got a whiff of a terrible smell, but couldn't find it. And it was only at a certain spot, under some plants. We were thinking maybe like pee or whatever, but honestly, it didn't even smell like that. That was how bad it was. So, that one, who knows what that could have been. Because there was like a little, what looked like a damp area underneath this bush as well. So, who knows? Well, it wasn't even underneath. It was like, it was hard to see. See, we were just suspecting what it could have been. But who knows? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One particularly notable Sasquatch report comes to us from none other than the 26th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt. In 1889, Roosevelt published The Wilderness Hunter, an account of his years spent living and hunting along the American frontier. In this book, he recalls a tale told to him by an old trapper who experienced a Sasquatch encounter in Idaho sometime in the 1850s, not 1950s, 1850s. There are many more reports of encounters from hunters and trappers throughout the late 1800s. Most of these paint the Sasquatch to be dangerous and aggressive creatures. This directly contradicts many contemporary accounts that describe the Sasquatch as shy and elusive, much preferring hiding from human contact to fighting. Now this one's interesting, because I never knew about this. But what could have happened is, as over time, we may have killed some, or like whatever, so they hide from us because of it. But I think the reason why they were dangerous at the time is there was these new creatures too that didn't look like they looked familiar or like the same, but they didn't, and they were destroying the forest and all of that. Who knows? Maybe that's why. I don't know. It is possible that the hunters and trappers exaggerated the ferocity of the Sasquatch in an attempt to make themselves appear more heroic. Could be, too. Forgot about that. Or to make the West seem more wild and dangerous. It already was with bandits, bears, cougars, fires, heights, running rapids, heights, the Rocky Mountains, heights. Did I mention heights? Anyways. Sorry, that was stupid. Alternatively, Sasquatch behavior could have become more subdued as they encountered and learned about the power and danger of firearms. See, ow! But see what I mean? That's what I was talking about. That hurt. Reports of Sasquatch sightings have not slowed down with time. Instead, they have increased as more and more people move into Sasquatch habitat. There have been Sasquatch sightings in nearly every state, though the number and reliability of such sightings rapidly decrease as you move east of the Rocky Mountains. There are numerous websites that document Sasquatch sightings, and many cryptozoologists have made collecting these reports their life's work. There have been more evidence connected to Sasquatch than to nearly any other cryptid. Photographs, videos, footprint casts, bits of fur, and droppings have all been collected at one time or another. The most famous video or photo of Sasquatch is undoubtedly the Patterson-Gimlin footage from 1967, shot on the Bluff Creek in the extreme northwest corner of California. The film shows a female Sasquatch calmly walking along a riverbed, looking over her shoulder at the pair of filmmakers. This has become the single most iconic Sasquatch image. The Patterson-Gimlin film is important because it clearly captures details common to many Sasquatch sightings. The creature's arms droop and its back is hunched as it ambles along, with a gait that is distinctively non-human. The skull of the creature shows a distinct sagittal crest. What? Why do I have to read this next part? Anyways, I don't want to read this next part. Fine, screw it. What? I've already said it multiple times. And the breasts of the Sasquatch are covered in fur, a feature not found on any other ape. Well, yeah, I mean, just look at the picture and video. You can tell that something that it knows something, or something like that, because it looks over and it must have seen them, and then it turns to the wood line and walks that. Oh, hi, Winters. Anyways, so yeah. Sasquatch footprints are a common finding. Are they, though? Well, like, good ones, I'm meaning? Are they? Because how I look at it, no. No, they're not. Like, actual good footprints that you can cast is very rare. Where you can see the toes, the heel, shoot, even the arch in it. And shoot, even if it has longer nails where it goes past the toe, the nail indentations, you're not gonna find that all the time. Footprints, as the book says, they are common. They're the most common thing you'll find. But an actual good one that you can cast, you might as well be looking for deer and all of that, because you'll find better deer tracks than Bigfoot tracks. I hate to say it. And many have been preserved with plaster casts. Interestingly, all of the casts show a mid-foot pressure ridge, indicating that instead of flexing directly behind the toes, as a human foot does, Sasquatch feet flexes farther back. The universality of this feature is strong evidence for the authenticity of the footprint casts. The unusual flex point of the foot is also consistent of the unusual gait shown in video of the Sasquatch. Cryptozoologists have been fortunate enough to collect numerous samples of Sasquatch DNA. Often this is in the form of hair found attached to trees, shrubs, or fences. Unfortunately, collected Sasquatch DNA often goes untested, as most people do not have the means or the knowledge to test and analyze the samples. One researcher, Dr. Melba S. Ketchum, is it Ketchum? However it's pronounced, has attempted to solve this problem by collecting and analyzing over 100 Sasquatch DNA samples submitted to her by helpful cryptozoologists. She determined that the contemporary Sasquatch is likely the result of humans breeding with an unknown ape species roughly 15,000 years ago. What? Before I do an accidental face reveal. But what? That don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. Anyways. Dr. Ketchum has submitted her results to peer-reviewed journals, as is standard scientific procedure. The mainstream scientific community has been reluctant to work with Dr. Ketchum, but her paper is available online for anyone to read and analyze. If I can find it, I may put the link in the description, so look at the description, please. Also, not all Sasquatch sightings occur in the Pacific Northwest. Many animals have historical ranges vastly larger than their contemporary ranges, and it may also be so with Sasquatch. Reports of large upright apes were common in the southeastern United States until the 1970s. Most of these sightings were in the swamps. Oh, okay, yeah, southeastern. Sorry, I said it right. Of Florida. Though some were as far west as Arkansas and as far north as North Carolina. You forgot, like, Maine. Well, why'd I say Maine? But yeah, Maine. Which one day, hopefully, I can go up to Portland, Maine. I believe it is where the national or international cryptozoology museum is. I'd like to see that. That'd be interesting. If it's still there. Named the skunk ape due to the unpleasant smell that often accompanied it, this creature was likely a subspecies of Sasquatch. Well, yeah, because the skunk ape, like down south in Louisiana, stuff like that, and like Florida's Everglades, I believe they say the hair's shorter and they're more lengthier, because, well, you would be too if your home was all but water. Well, technically I shouldn't say you. I should say your great grandchildren would be. But let's see. Yeah. Okay. Alas, it seems to have gone the way of the Florida Panthers, suffering a dramatic drop in population. Skunk apes are now only rarely seen, with the bulk of the Sasquatch population appears to live west of the Rocky Mountains. Sightings are not uncommon in the northern woods. See, I told you, northern woods. Wait, okay, where am I? That stretch across southern Canada and the northern United States. Many regions have their own names for the Sasquatch. In Texas, they call it the Wild Man of the Navida. In Ohio, it is the Grassman. Oh, that video of the Grassman is, I believe, is friggin' awesome. Maybe, well, kind of. All you see really is just this giant blob in the. I may find those videos too, and it is hoped that genetic testing will reveal whether these individuals are lone survivors of dwindling subpopulation, or if they are individuals wandering Sasquatch from the Pacific Northwest. Okay, wait, hold on. I forgot this. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, here's the picture. That's an interesting take on Bigfoot. I like it. But yeah. This is never mind, this is the longest video. 41 minute or 42 minute Cryptid time. So yeah. So until next time, I'll see y'all on the next hunt.